Hi again. I remember what I was going to say now. Yes, with the genetics and everything. And I mentioned that the government, the secret governments are focused on getting people who have Irish and Native American blood in them. And I think also German. But in particular, Irish and Native American. Like, like in American history, you have, they say Columbus discovered the Americas, and then all these Europeans started coming over, you know, and like he initially told us because, he wanted to find this trade route for spices and everything, but once he got here, he wasn't focused on getting spices. He was focused on getting genetics. What, at least in part. What did he do in his first visit? Which he actually landed on what we know as the Caribbean. It was one of the islands. He kidnapped a bunch of Indians and brought them over to Europe. Okay? So, I think, I think that Columbus and the royal families, okay, because he was sponsored by the Queen of Spain, right? So you have him coming to a place, maybe he was actually looking for particular genetics, a particular person. Okay, because you could have covert plots on top of other covert plots. So the first thing you know what he did, he so-called discovered America. He kidnaps a bunch of Indians and brings them over to Europe. What do those Europeans use for their bodies? And then a whole immigration of these Europeans to the Americas. What I noticed also, like in North America, with the migration and the Native Americans here, that I noticed that, like, the white people who claim Native American, now it seems like that you would never know that they have Native American in them. They look, because they're blonde and blue-eyed, they're tall, they have a very European type body. And the Native Americans, like from Mexico, they're very short and wide in stature. And you can tell them apart. Even if a white person mixes with a Mexican, let's say, they still look Mexican, you know what I mean? But these people in North America who are mixed with Native American, they don't look it. So it seems like, what it looks like to me is that they deliberately came to the Americas, and many of these people were Masons, the leaders who were Masons, and they borrowed their genetics. Now, what do you mean when I say borrowed their genetics? Well, you find an Indian woman. Okay, they always seem to focus on the indigenous woman. They take the person's, through the woman, they have, a European man has relations with this Indian woman and have a child. But all the mixing after that is always with a European person. So the person phenotypically, meaning outwardly, looks European. And then they use these people for government jobs, for positions, for rituals. And the same as today. Boom, you got all these people, blonde, blue-eyed, but have a Native American bloodline that's being used for covert government operations. So maybe that's what this, European invasion here was all about. And the Americas was known of. It wasn't a secret. There's evidence. I think it's in the state of Illinois. There's a cave. And I guess you guys could Google some cave in Illinois, and it has artifacts. And the artifacts, it has these coins, these little metal, money. And it has carvings on them. Some of them, the carvings look like a Roman soldier. Some look like the black African. And some look like someone from the Middle East, And this cave was used for initiations, according to this film that I saw, documentary I saw on this cave. So by the time of Columbus, it's known that the Americans had these people here. Okay? They knew about it. So, what's the next step? And I believe Columbus was a Mason of some type. He is greatly worshipped by Masons. The statues are from here in New York City. Columbus Circle is a big monument and a big park for him. So, this land in North America is something energetically is being used by the occult for power, for psychic powers, for destruction. And they have some type of base in Montauk, Long Island. It's on the, New York, Long Island is part of New York. It's a long, narrow island. And at the tail end of the island is Montauk. And it's a base there. And that's where they did the experiments for the mind control and the traumatization of people to fracture their minds and memory so they can be used for covert operations. And the person is never aware of what they're doing because they split their personalities, so they never remember. Every event is done with a different personality. And then they gather the government gathers that information, So history is connected. So what happened in the time of Columbus, or what happened in the time of that place in the cave in Illinois, and now, 2017, is all related. And it's a psychic war between dimensions, between individuals, factions, and different colonies and planets and ETs in other worlds. So it's a war going on now. So this is just for your edification. You take this information and you use it how you want to use it. So thank you again for watching. And again, please feel free to comment below, to share this video with friends, family members. You can subscribe. And if you like this video and my channel, feel free to donate to support my efforts and to donate to my PayPal me account. You just click on the icon that's on the banner of my channel where you'll see it there and just follow the prompts. I thank you for watching. Take care and have a great day. Stay focused. Get out there in nature to get centered. Bye-bye.